Hi, I'm Christina Applegate.
And I'm Jamie-Lynn Sigler.
And this is
Messy. Hello, everybody. It's Jamie and Christina again, as you probably know, because you clicked on Messy episode, whatever number this is. And guess what? Our guest today is the reason, it's his fault that this podcast exists, essentially. Everything's his fault in the best way. He's one of our best friends. He's one of the greatest guys we've ever known. We've talked about him more than probably any other person on this podcast as well, other than ourselves. It's Mr. Lance Bass.
Oh, hi, ladies.
Hey, baby. Oh, my God. We're so excited to have, we've been waiting.
Yeah.
I mean, what month as well? Doesn't matter. It's many months into the year, and we've been waiting and waiting for this moment. So this is unbelievably
exciting. To those who wait, we've been trying, but our schedules obviously are crazy, but we are here, and I'm so glad to be with you. The podcast, I'm loving it. And yes, thank you so much for all the shout outs. I feel very loved and all.
You are. I don't think there's a person on the planet who doesn't love you, Lance. I don't think
that's very true.
I can find some.
No, I honestly think that they'd be a dumb. They're a dumb if they don't love you. They're dumb-dumbs if they don't love you, because you're just the kindest person I've ever met. So now here's something I don't know, you guys. I don't know how you guys met.
Me and Lancey?
Yeah, I want to know how you guys met. And then Lance and I can talk about how we met.
I love it. I love it.
The PG version.
Okay.
The PG version. Jamie, you tell the story, because So we had met in the city, in the clubs, in the times of MTV and the height of NSYNC, right? 2000, 2001. We just had some mutual friends. But really, after 9/11, there was a benefit concert in Washington, D.C. NSYNC was performing. I, for some reason, was invited to present or do something there. And Lance and I hung out for a really long time backstage and just, right? Am I remembering this correctly? Right. Yeah. We had met a couple times before that through just friends, but it wasn't until the RFK Stadium that Michael Jackson kind of put together.
Yeah.
I just remember talking to you by the pool table. There was a big pool table there. And I think that's just where we fell in love.
Yeah. There's always just been an ease between him and I, this very comfortable space that I think Lance creates, where my husband always says, you are your best self whenever you're with Lance. I feel like I can be me. There's no airs about you. You're just authentic. You're who you are, which is also very interesting. And what I want to get to a little bit later after we do our origin stories together, that we have held a lot of secrets for each other, as authentic and real as if we've always been as friends. We've hid a lot of things together and for each other from the world. And that was also really intense experience to go through together. So that's our origin story, right?
Yeah. And I feel I always say you're the kind of the female version of myself. We have very similar things throughout our life. It's kind of we go through the same things, but different things,
Yes.
Hiding parts of ourselves, coming out of the closet in certain ways.
Yeah.
We've had parallel lives for sure.
We have
the yin to my yang, and I love it.
Here we are.
I remember, talking about secrets, and with the MS, obviously I remember the first time that I realized that something was definitely up and hiding something. And do you remember when we went to the Green Bay game?
Yes.
So we went to, the Green Bay game, and we got lost so many times. We had to walk around that stadium 5 different times. And that's when I realized, I'm oh, something is up. She's not moving the way that she is. And I could just tell that you were struggling that day. And
I hadn't told you yet?
No, you hadn't told me at that point. It was right after that. It was right after that.
Okay.
You couldn't hide it after that. But I just remember thinking oh my God, that must have been such a horrible day for you, having to go back and forth and up so many steps. And and not knowing at all like what was going on, I just felt so horrible for you because you just had to pretend like everything was fine.
Which is crazy that I even felt like I needed to pretend with you, but we'll get into that more. But wow, that's an intense memory, making me a little emotional.
Yeah.
What about you two lovebirds?
Oh my God. Ours isn't as romantic, but it's pretty good though. But I have to preface by saying my sister Elisa, at the time she was so in love with Justin Timberlake, like obsessive. This was like in the early days, right? Like when she was living with me. So I was like 20. So I don't know what time when I was. I can't remember. Who cares? How old I was. And I always said, well, I'm in love with Lance. And she'd go, why? I said, cause he's different and I love him.
You knew.
I was obsessed with you because I was like, how awesome is this human being? Like you're up there doing this thing and you're this beautiful you. And the day that you were able to be authentically you was like the greatest day of all time. So, so I was so obsessed with you that I was doing the sweetest thing. And what's really funny is Cameron ended up dating Justin way after.
I think that's probably when they met for the first time.
You walk into our premiere and she's doing an interview next to me and I run over in the middle of her interview and I go, Lance fucking Bass is here. And she's like, what? And that was it. You came through the door and I don't know if you can remember. I remember the entire night. So
yeah, I mean, I remember we were doing the carpet, y'all were like a little down and then we kind of meet eyes and I look at you and you just look at me and you mouth, I love you. And I just looked at you, I was like, I love you. And then it was just kind of, that was it.
I could see it.
That was it. Yeah, and we ended up hanging out, dancing, other things late into the evening.
I think you were the first person to take me to Bungalow 8.
Yeah, the party was at Bungalow 8.
Yeah, baby.
We did things that little Lance has never seen before, and his little innocent self was like shocked, So, but that was then a long time ago. But it was so sweet, and I kind of like kidnapped you that night. I really did. I kidnapped you, and we were with my sister Elisa, and we stayed together, and like we've been friends ever since. And your secret was always safe with me.
I know. You were really trying to make sure that it was solidified in your brain that yes, I probably was gay because you were trying to set me up with Alyssa,
my sister. And I was testing you. It wasn't like I know this is going to sound really horrible, but this is Lance's in my relationship. I said, oh yeah, you're not gay. Like, and I said, kiss my sister. Such a horrible person I was.
I think I did.
You did kiss her.
I'm proving you. But do you remember when I finally confirmed it to you?
Oh, you were driving me home from your house.
Yeah.
On Mulholland.
Oh.
You're like, let's get in the car. I drove because I remember we were heading to your house and then you just kind of looked at me. You're like, I know. I freaking know. I was like, okay. I was like, yes.
Well, your friend that you were with had a feather boa on that we were hanging out with. So I think if you were ready to talk about it, but to me at least. But then for years we kept that, for you, out of respect for you and love for you, when you were ready. To tell the world.
It was a different time, It
was a different time, but I love how embraced your coming out was, your being. I don't like to say coming out. It seems like you're going from one thing to the next. You're just acknowledging and being your authentic self and how much the world has loved and accepted you and your fans. And now watching you like in clips with Justin and stuff, you are the sexiest one up there. Just
word.
FYI.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's so interesting how parallel, like you were saying, our journeys have been, because I can remember the moment you had told me as well. I think it's like when you were dating Jesse, we were in your house, and I can remember when I told you, and I remember you were staying with me in New York. This was in, 2004 or 5. You were dating Riken at the time, and you were not out. yet. And there was a man that had a blog named Perez Hilton at the time. He was really mean. I think he's had a reckoning since, I'm not sure, but he was pretty mean to people. And you would think as a gay man himself that he would have had compassion and been sensitive. But he essentially outed you. Am I right?
Oh yeah, for sure. And in especially a time where it was dangerous. I mean, it's dangerous to be outed no matter what, but then it was real dangerous. You actually feared for your life, back then. If people...
And you hadn't even talked to your family yet, which was,
I'm so mad about this. I'm so
mad. And to me, that was the most heartbreaking part.
Stomach. Barf bag.
And as terrible as that was to witness, I don't want it to come out the wrong way, but I was so grateful that I was to be able to be there with you. Like, you were staying at my apartment. I remember when all that happened, and your mom was calling and your Mimi was calling, and you didn't know what your life would be after that. And it wasn't on your terms and it wasn't on your timing. And I still fucking hate that for you. But like Christina said, like, seeing this evolution that definitely still took time. Like, once you were out, I think you still had a lot of years of figuring out how you were going to present yourself in the world and what that meant. And to see you today not give a fuck and just really blossom into exactly who you are is so incredible and inspiring to watch. And to be honest, like, something I'm trying to model for myself, because, similar to you, when I came out about having MS, like, really that's when my processing and journey began as well. And it really took me the last 8 years to figure out how I could have a voice with this as well. And I feel like we're kind of at like similar timing of all of that as well. And it's beautiful to go through with you.
It's true. It's the healing process can't really start until you're able to, one, admit it to yourself, and then be able to, surround yourself with loved ones that get to support you. And I mean, that's when my healing started, my able to like become myself. And yeah, like you said, it was a process, and it took years to really be able to find myself. I would make mistakes. I would try to learn as much as I could about the community, because a lot of people don't realize that, I came out very publicly, but when I came out, I didn't know what the community was or needed. Like, I wasn't really a part of it. So I couldn't be the one leading the parades and being like, okay, guys, let me educate you on what the gay community needs. I didn't know that. So I had to learn myself before I was able to have a voice in the community.
Oh, that's right. I mean, I think about, okay, so we met in 1999, I'd say.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. 1999, 2000.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like, for me, it's like, I just have always looked at you as like such a, glorious and strong and funny and lovely. And I don't realize that at that time, like, what the landscape was like for you. And I'm so sorry. I hope that I was there for you during that time, because I mean, I remember, but it's like, I kind of look back on it as like butterflies and rainbows, but rainbow flags. No, but just that you really had to kind of come up against society. So, man.
And a lot of that, you compartmentalize and you try to, and it's funny what you can get yourself to just ignore for as long as possible. So a lot of that time, I do feel like was butterflies and rainbows, right? Because I was just so innocently naive. But then you start thinking about how you truly felt. You're like, oh yeah, there were many nights where I would cry myself to sleep. I was so alone, or just, I wanted to have a relationship like the other guy. So there was those moments that you're just like, oh yeah, there were definitely some miserable times that I just kind of forgot about and just would put into a box.
I can only imagine, my love, like you being on stage and, having panties thrown at you and, like that kind of having to live in this other environment. Oh my God. I can't even imagine, my love. I can't.
Yeah.
You don't know what reality is sometimes, that's for sure. So going through something like that at such a young age, and, you felt like an actor, it's like, yeah, when I'm on stage singing about girls and everything, obviously I'm not, really feeling that. So I just feel like a lot of that time was just an act. And then you start thinking, well, what is real about myself? Like, am I losing myself into this character that I'm creating? Like, who is the real Lance in all of this? Because it did feel like I was just kind of living this kind of dream of a life that I was creating for other people to enjoy, not myself.
Hey, messy listeners. This episode is proudly brought to you by LolaVie, an award-winning hair care line founded by the ever-fabulous, ever-iconic Jennifer Aniston. We've all marveled at her hair through the years. It's no mistake that she would give us the fantastic hair care line. She worked with industry-leading chemists and developed a proprietary bond. Did I say that word? Proprietary bond technology known as the Biomimetic Peptide Pro 3. Okay? It's derived from chia seeds. It's like natural. It's none of the bad stuff. Let me tell you, this LolaVie line has transformed my hair. I love how it smells as well. I don't even need to put perfume on because people comment to me, what is that amazing smell? And I'm like, oh, it's my hair care.
Yeah. I use the shampoo, the conditioner, the leave-in conditioner, and detangler. Those are all really important, especially for people like myself who wear their hair in a bun 24 hours a day and don't shower for like a week or two. And then I take out my hair and it's like, it's stuck up and it's got like dreadlocks and stuff. I swear to God. Oh, and the shower brush.
Oh, the brush is great.
It's insane. So I'll get in there and people are like, oh, your hair, you're never going to get those knots out. I'm like, oh, really? Guess what? LolaVie will. And I put the stuff in and then I use the shower brush and bam. And then my hair
there you go.
frizzes up because it's all gray. But it's not LolaVie's fault.
That's not LolaVie's fault. But if you've also you're coming off of summer, your hair probably needs a rescue. If you spend a lot of time in the pool with your kids like me, they have the intensive repair treatment. It's just use it once a week and it's a game changer according to Jen. So the intensive repair treatment, it's clinically proven to repair and rebuild not just one, but all 3 types of bonds found in hair. And I can attest, my hair feels so good. It's like a little mask for your hair once a week, and it saves you from that summer hair.
I need it.
Check out all LolaVie products at your local Ulta Beauty location to experience a luxurious scent for yourself, or head directly to their website at lolavie.com. As our loyal listeners, you'll get an exclusive 15% off your entire order when you use code MESSY at checkout.
That's 15% off your order at LOLAVIE.com with promo code MESSY. Please note you can only use one promo code per order and discounts can't be combined. Sorry, guys, but it's pretty great. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Your hair will thank you. Support for Messy comes from Everyday Dose. Say hello to the next generation of coffee. Everyday Dose combines delicious coffee with functional mushrooms. Don't even know how to say that word.
Nootropics.
Thank you very much. And collagen protein for boosted focus, clarity, energy, sleep, and immunity.
Yes. Listen, we talk about our caffeine. We need it. But sometimes it can make me a little jittery. You know, I'm wanting it to wake me up. I'm wanting it to sort of get me focused. What I found with Everyday Dose is I'm not getting those jitters that I usually get from my cup of coffee, which I appreciate. And then so while I'm not getting the jitters, I'm improving my gut health because of the collagen protein's essential amino acids that directly support intestinal tissue and help reduce bloating, keeping us regular. We've talked about all these things. It helps skin, hair, nails, and joints. It's also not a coffee alternative, we should say. It is coffee, but better because it's added with the functional mushrooms, the collagen protein, the nootropics, like we said. And there's only 5 ingredients. It's coffee, lion's mane, chaga, L-theanine, and collagen protein.
All right, so check it out. This is how you make it. It's super easy. You just need to add 1 scoop of Everyday Dose coffee to your cup, add hot or cold water, 3 to 7 ounces, froth it up with your fancy frother for about 10 to 15 seconds, add your favorite milk, ice, or sweetener if you want. You can also add it to other things like baked goods, overnight oats, smoothies, etc. Although most people drink it instead of their coffee. So there's that. But 20% of our customers actually add Everyday Dose to their regular coffee.
So head over to everydaydose.com/messy for 25% off plus 5 free gifts with your first order. Your first month, you get a USB rechargeable frother. It's so good. A gunmetal dose spoon, Breathwork app by Othership, wellness book lent, and a sticker. Every month after you get amazing free gifts with your order. So go to everydaydose.com/messy for 25% off plus 5 free gifts with your first order. Do you feel now, because at least from the outside it seems this way, do you feel like you have really stepped into your power, and in the sense that like you just know yourself and you know what you want? Because it feels like to me watching you, and you and I have been through a lot of ups and downs together and a lot of triumphs and a lot of failures. Mm-hmm. And it just feels like, and I've said it and you've said it to me many times because you saw it for me, and I've said it to you so many times because I always saw it for you. Like everything seems to be falling into place now. Like it just does. And no one deserves that more.
No, it does feel that way. And it, just in the last few years, I feel like I'm finally just finding my place. And I feel like I know exactly who I am. And I finally have confidence. Like I had zero confidence within sync or anything. I mean, I just always never felt good enough on anything. But now, this day, now with my kids and where I'm at in my career and my, marriage, I just feel confident in everything that I do right now. And, no one's going to make me feel bad about anything, like the Perez Hiltons of the world. Like I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. And I used to, we all care, especially as entertainers. You care, but now I just do not care about what people think anymore. I'm just going to do my thing and try to live as authentically as I can.
Well, you're doing it, babe.
I'm trying.
You are.
No, I love seeing you and Michael and the kids. It's like, you guys, first of all, you guys make us laugh like on the gram constantly. I can't wait for October's because Lance Scares is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
But the stupid ramen on your head a few weeks ago.
I had to up it this year.
That was brilliant. I mean,
brilliant.
You are such a creative, and I don't know if people really understand like how incredibly creative and how many things you've got your hands in out there in the world. And also you're like, that I'm so jealous about your investments, but we won't go into that too much. He's really smart, everybody. Real smart. But I mean, I don't even know how you and Michael met.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a weird story because there's a lot of times we met, but didn't know we met. So it was Halloween and there were 2 different nights, 2 different Halloween parties in different costumes. We have a picture of ourselves together in a group of all our best friends. Never met him, but he's in the picture. The next day I have another picture with him. Again, didn't really talk to him, didn't meet him. And then it was a couple, and again, he had just lived in LA for a year and just happened to meet my friend circle. And they were all really close, but again, never introduced us. I never met this guy. And it wasn't until a couple months later, it was January after Halloween, and I was in Palm Springs, visiting a friend for his birthday. There's a bunch of us there for his birthday. And then on the way back to LA, I stopped by the birthday boy's home just to say bye. And that's where I saw Michael. And I'm like, oh, of course, I'm probably attracted to the only straight guy at this party. And I'm like, of course.
Yeah. You thought Michael was straight?
I know. Looking back, it's a little crazy, but I'm thinking like, of course, I'm going to be hitting on whatever. So we spoke for a good 15 minutes before I left. I'm like, okay, it was very nice to meet you. And I drove back to LA. Halfway to LA, I get a Facebook poke from this guy.
Oh, yes. He poked you.
Poked me.
He pokes you all the time.
And so, yeah. And then I'm like, oh my God, that's cute Michael. Sorry. And then we were just best friends for like 2 months because I knew I liked him, but I didn't think he liked me. And I was in my head thinking, okay, well, I have to become best friends with this guy in order to get over the attraction. So we spent every day together for 2 months, just as friends. And then it was actually, I think, Jamie, I was with you because we went over to
Margolis.
No, it was what's his name? Super Bowl party. Who's the head of William Morris now? Chairman of William
Richard.
Morris. Richard White. So we went over to Richard's house when Stephanie was dating.
Yeah.
That was our first official kind of date.
Oh, I remember this.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because he had kissed me like the night before. I'm like, oh, what? He likes me. Oh my gosh. And then we haven't spent a day apart since.
How many years has it been?
Oh my gosh, 14.
Oh my God. Wait, no.
Yeah. 14.
It's been 4. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So we've known each other 24 years. So I guess, yes, it makes sense.
The wedding anniversary is this December, 10 years.
That's been 10 years since the wedding?
10 freaking years.
That was such a nice wedding.
Wasn't it amazing?
So beautiful.
No, I think I want to do like a 10-year party just to kind of.
Yes, please.
Get that back, not renewals. I think renewals are a kiss of death.
Oh, I just invited myself.
Oh, no, yeah. Oh, you're invited to the actual wedding, but not the renewal. No.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to have, because the wedding, you're so distracted that it flies by and you don't really get to be so present a lot of the times. So I want to do a party where I get to just really enjoy, the night and like being able to like just be with everyone and not
celebrate your love. Yeah. I love that. Christina and I remembered we actually met for the first time at your Mulholland house before we went to go. We were both with our ex-husbands and we were going to the Playboy Mansion. Do you remember that?
It was like
a pajama party.
Yeah.
Midnight summer party. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's right.
What were we doing there?
I know.
Being
right?
voyeurs. Like really, for me, I just wanted to see the place.
Oh,
yeah. I was like, I need to see this. I need to witness this. I need to watch like whatever happened. And nothing really scandalous happened.
No, maybe we just didn't see those rooms.
I don't think we went to the grotto. I think that's probably why.
Maybe our husbands did, because I remember mine wandered off at one point.
Oh, I'm sure mine did.
Of course, we always ended up at like the Kate, like seeing the animals. Like we were like, oh
yes, we love the animals. I think Hugh like gave me cookies. I know that sounds real creepy, but they were actually just baked cookies that he was making for like his kids or someone's kids or something. It wasn't even for the party, that was in the kitchen. But he said, I want to give you some cookies. And I thought, this is weird. But they were actually cookies and they were really good, freshly made.
It was fun. I was just at the playground with the kids last week at the Holmby Park. Do you know where the Holmby Park is in Beverly Hills?
Yeah.
And so, the playground was all taken over by it was the Playboy reunion party. So all the people that worked at the Playboy Mansion and had all their kids and everything. So it was just like, this is fun.
Oh, that's nice.
A reunion.
Were there boobies out? Did they have their boobies out?
No
boobies.
No,
what a shame.
Bummer for you.
Yeah, really.
You wanted to see this. Lance has seen my boobs many times.
Yes, I have.
You have. Well, Lance, I don't know. Do you talk about this at all? Or I don't know if a lot of people know. And if they don't and you're not supposed to know it, we'll take this out. But you have developed type 2 diabetes, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Type 2.
And it's had to be a complete lifestyle change for you.
It is.
What is that? Tell us like when that all happened.
It's so strange because I think I was in denial for so long. I guess my doctor was telling me I was pre-diabetic for, a couple of years. And this was right before COVID. And I'm thinking like, sure. Like whatever. I'm healthy. I eat right. I don't even hardly eat sugar. I don't even care for dessert. I'm like, there's no way this is right. And then, about a year after COVID, he's like, no, you're like heavily diabetic now. I'm like, what? So it just kind of came out of nowhere, just full fledged. And it's been a journey for sure. And I'm still trying to figure it out because my levels are all over the place and I'm trying to figure out what I can eat and not eat. Trying to get my insulin right. That's been the hardest part because it's a 24/7 job. Like it is a job when you have this, this disease, because you're constantly thinking like, oh, I got to have a new needle. Okay. I get it. Oh, I forgot my insulin again. Okay. I have to take, a 1 unit, 15 minutes before every carb that I take, 15 minutes before this. And it's just constant, like having to remember and do. So yeah, it's been a challenge and I'll eventually get it under control. But, 40 years of your life, you're not having to worry about it. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, I have to really concentrate on this and figure this out. It's been quite a journey.
I hate this for you. I hate it for you.
Yeah. So actually, we all have our crosses to bear, as my mom always says. We'll just deal with it how we do.
Yeah. But, I don't want to glance over that. That's really hard. That's like, I mean, yes, Christina and I's disease and the way it's manifested for us, affects us in each and every moment as well. But we don't necessarily have to make particular decisions like you're saying, or, the stress of having to do it right, because what happens if you don't do it right?
I mean, if you let it go, that's when heart disease, heart attack, strokes, you could lose limbs. Your circulation, it can really eat your body up. Like really, if your sugar levels are high for a certain amount of time, it's just destroying your insides.
Oh, baby.
Nasty one. But the good, look, I try to find silver lining in everything I can.
I know you do.
The silver lining with this is it really made me get healthy. It's, I eat really well now. It makes me feel so much better. I've lost, a little weight that I didn't know I needed to lose. But now I don't have back problems anymore. My knees feel better. My feet feel better. And it's all because I really have just created a healthier lifestyle. And so that to me is like the silver lining of like, okay, great. I might have this, but at least now I'm helping my body in other ways by just being better to myself.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all you can do. And that I'm glad that you are feeling like the benefits from it. And like you said, that you are able to find that gift in this unfortunate, series of events. And especially now you have 2 little babies to be well for.
I know.
Also you're sprinkling us with In Sync again.
I know. Very slow sprinkles, but it's sprinkling, huh?
We're holding on. We're catching all those drops.
I know. Well, it's been so crazy because, we started a year ago, with In Sync saying, okay, let's do something. Justin had Trolls 3 coming out and he really wanted us to be in the movie. And, with that, he's like, we have to do a song. And he was like, I think this is the perfect way to give the fans, some new music. It just makes sense, and I love the idea because my kids loved the Trolls movies. So, to be a part of that, I'm like, great, this will be the first thing they see, Baba do.
Yeah.
And so that was a fun experience. But then, of course, the strike happened and kind of, just really threw a wrench in all of the plans because we were planning on, performing that song. The VMAs that we appeared at, we were actually going to perform there. But because of the strike, we couldn't even mention the name of the song. We couldn't mention the movie.
Oh.
That was us at the VMAs being like, hi, we're here to present an award, but we can't tell you why we're really here. But okay, so we just couldn't say anything.
Oh, please. There were so many lady boners that night. People were like losing their mind. People are still losing their mind. They're fishing too. They're fishing for some information. But we could, but
I got a lot of people being like, is there anything you can tell me? I'm like,
yeah, and look, I say the same thing. We had another song come out on his album, which I thought is one of my favorite songs we've recorded, Paradise. I think it was very just us, like us, but today. And now because we've enjoyed it so much, we're really looking at doing some more stuff together. I just don't know what that is quite yet. And in a perfect world, that would be touring. Like I would love to do another tour of those guys.
Oh yeah.
So, that's something that we're discussing. And I hope, to have an answer for everyone, at least in the next few months, because I would like an answer myself.
Until then, we will be the keeper of Lance Bass's secrets because that's what we do.
I know. Yes. We all know everything.
We do.
Y'all know everything.
We do.
Support for the Messy podcast comes from Viore. Oh, gosh, Viore.
Oh, God. We're going to have to talk about this again.
We got to talk about it again.
The joggers, the performance joggers in the color that I want. I think I'm just going to order it. because you know what? I think I might get a discount, which we'll be discussing in a second.
That's right. And if you don't know what Vuori is, let us help you, okay? It is the incredible, versatile, and comfortable new perspective on performance apparel. You look great in these outfits, okay? Outside of the gym, you're looking great. It's perfect for your workout or your activity or whatever you're wanting to do. And it's also, you can feel good about what you're buying, let me tell you too, because Vuori offsets 100% of their carbon footprint. And since 2019, they have also offset 100% of their plastic footprint. But now let's get to what we're really talking about, which is the clothes.
Besides the fact that you know that I'm obsessed with the joggers, the women's daily legging is a brand new perspective on leggings made with breath interlock performance stretch knit fabric. It's high waist with a tunnel drawstring tie thingy with a no slip fit and cuffed ankles. There's no mistake in the name, right baby.
Now. Look at this.
You are
them right now. See my little
oh, Jamie, you're not wearing clothes. Just kidding. You're going to want to wear them daily. And you know what? I love that they're high waisted because, you know, as you get older with menopausal like myself, the mid band of the belly, it needs a high waist. You got to
and a little drawstring to suck it all in.
Yeah,
and
man.
men, they haven't forgotten about you.
Men's. Men's. Go for
great things for the men's, including their men's Sunday performance jogger. It's made from premium performance stretch fabric. It's designed to keep you moving, and there's no bulk around the ankles. It's equal parts style and comfort.
There you go. But you know what Vuori is? It's an investment in your happiness. Mm-hmm. For our listeners, there's an offering of 20% off your first purchase. Get yourself some of the most comfortable, and listen to me, we're not reading this. Like, seriously, the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet at vuori.com/messy. That's VUORI.com/messy, which if you don't know how to spell that, it's MESSY, or is how we like to spell it, big S.
That's right. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Go to vuori.com/messy and discover the versatility of Vuori clothing. Support comes from Psionic. The Psionic Neural Sleeve is the first FDA-cleared bionic clothing designed to help people living with MS and other neurological conditions improve walking and strength. If you don't know about Psionic, let me tell you about it. So yes, it's bionic clothing. It's just very thin, can fit under clothing. It has all of these electrodes that attach to the four main muscle groups, the quads, the hamstrings, in the shins and the calf. And you take the app, you can work with a face-to-face with a dedicated psionic mobility specialist who helps sort of cater the device specifically for you and your gait and how you're walking. And it analyzes every step you take, sends the electrical pulses to the four major muscle groups, how they're needing. So in real time, you're getting the assistance you need. It was an award-winning device, by the way, named one of Time's best inventions and just won the impact category of Fast Company's Innovation by Design Awards.
I seriously need to try this.
Yeah.
We've talked about it because it's like you know me, I'm like, don't do things that I'm supposed to be doing for myself. But I need this. I need it so badly. I need it.
This is made for people like us. It is designed for us. And by the way, the best part is, because I know there's a lot of devices in the market, you pay as you go. So if the Neural Sleeve isn't working for you, you can cancel anytime for any reason. That's important for you to know.
I'm so glad that we are partnered up with this company, and it's very exciting to me. So yes, but what I was going to say, we're also very excited to share that Messy listeners can get $50 off by entering the code MESSY, which is MESSY, during checkout. To learn more, visit psionic.com/messy, CIONIC.com/messy. Messy is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Therapy's great. It's so important. to just talk about life and what you're going through. Kind of miss like that thing when we were a kid, right? We were always learning and growing. And as an adult, sometimes we feel like we lose that curiosity. Like it's just all tasks and stuff and taxes, but it's not. And going to therapy and sort of getting these like logistical things out of your head and getting to you and the source of you and who you are and what you care about and what you like and what you love. These are the things that you can do in therapy. It's not just, time. It's not just vent sessions, which are important, but it's also time to just grow.
If you're thinking of starting therapy, just give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists anytime you want for no additional charge. So say someone's there and you're like, not my thing. Don't stop therapy because you're not connecting on a level. Just go, maybe it's just not for you. That's not your bestie, and that's okay.
And that's why BetterHelp is great, because you can take the time online to find the one that's best for you. So rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/messy today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/messy.
I was going to say, when we were talking about you having, I'm sorry to go back to diabetes, but like you have an air about you of joy that is infectious. And I know you probably feel sad sometimes, but I don't think I've really ever seen, well, I've seen that side of you. Yes. But it's like you've got this sense of gratitude for life that makes me feel bad about myself sometimes when I'm like complaining, and then you're around and you have light, like people who don't know you, have never met you. You have light like beaming off of your body. And it's so wonderful to be around. And you know how much we love you, and you know how much Sadie loves you. And we were all just at Coachella together.
Oh, that picture you sent me made me so happy to see.
Here we are at this place, hundreds of thousands of people, and we just keep running into Lance and Michael. It was but it was almost, I think you were kind of stalking us, because we like go into the VIP area, and then all of a sudden Lance and Michael would come on up, and then we'd be in the crowd of thousands, and then Lance and Michael would come up. It was so wonderful. It made the whole night for me, because that was a difficult night for me. So I
bet. Yeah.
No, but Christina, you're really right. I mean, even in all the years that we've known each other and been so close, you are always so positive, and you've always choose that light, and you always choose that energy. And I know that that's not easy. Yeah. And I understand how difficult that is deeply. We both do. And so like, what are the things that you have, what have been your tools? What have you turned to? What are the things that you think have really like gotten you through a lot of those moments?
Yeah. It's really just kind of being grateful for that. And I think, it helped that I kind of grew up in the South, because I think when you grow up learning to pray every day, right, and just like thanking the Lord above, just thanking for, the things that you have, kind of set my mindset my whole life of like being able just to be thankful for everything, no matter who you pray to or who you talk to and what universe that you're, speaking to. It's just nice to be able to get that out and be like, you know what, this is fucking cool. And thank you. Like, this is like, thank you. So I've always had that, my whole life. So I think that's, I learned how to meditate. And that also is kind of like my that thankfulness coming out is like when I meditate. And that's just something I learned at kind of a younger age. And I don't know, it just keeps me grounded. And in the South also, even if you're having a bad day, you put that face on, and so I've always been the one. I don't want it. It's kind of like when people call you back in the day when you'd actually have a phone in the house, and they'd call you in the morning and you're sleeping, and most people just, answer like, hello. And you just know that they're sleeping. I could never let anyone know they woke me up. So I'd be like, hello, hey, oh no, I've been up, totally been up, just like I didn't bad, even like waking me up. Like,
you don't want anyone to feel bad.
No, at all. So I've just always been that person. That
I am the fucking opposite. You call me between the hours that I have set aside of do not call me, that I'm not happy that you called me.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just, that I
answer, but yeah, too, if you did, you'd be like, fuck you. What?
I love it. I love it so much.
I'm like, now you just make me feel like a real wasted space on this point. Like I'm going to start doing the Lance's guidebook of how to live and be happy.
Yes. And you are the greatest friend.
Oh.
You can always tell when you look at somebody and they have the same people around them for years and years and years. And it's not just because, you're a joy to be around, because you're a really, really good friend.
Yeah. Well, I'm surrounded by amazing friends like yourselves. I don't know. I live for my friends. A lot of people just, like my family, it was all about the family. They just had their little circle, tight knit friends. But me, I've always had just this really great, pretty large circle of close friends that I just really bond with. And they've been with me, from high school to live in Orlando, to live in New York, to LA. I have these amazing pockets of friends that I'm just still so close with.
And you've always brought us together at your house.
Yeah. And which is my favorite. I love entertaining. Even as a kid, I was always the one that loved to entertain. I threw the Halloween party. I threw the New Year's party. I just wanted everyone to have fun. I just wanted everyone to always just be in a good mood and just have a good time. So I was always an entertainer.
You know who I got to hang out with this week was Mandy. We went to a rage room.
Yeah.
Well, Mandy Sherman.
Sherman, of course.
Yes, that Mandy.
Yeah.
And we went to a rage room and we broke stuff.
I want to do that so badly.
It was so good.
Will you wait for me to come to LA and you guys do it with me? Okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. I would love to destroy a TV with a jackhammer.
Yes.
They have so many things.
Everyone needs to let that out because we hold a lot of things in.
We sure do, baby.
Yeah. It's nice.
You would love it. And I think I want to build one here.
There's companies that probably come to your house and bring shit like that for you just to destroy. We
need to look that up.
I just want to throw a TV out a window. Like I want to feel like a rock.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, speaking also of being a good friend, I mean, you guys can speak to it more because I was in the second part of it. But, when Christina was diagnosed with MS, she called you. And I'd love for you guys to be able to sort of tell that story and then how I came in the picture and then fast forward many, many years. And here we are.
I think it was Lance who called me. I think you called me because I had come out. Or maybe I had told you. Do you remember the timeline?
Yeah.
All so crazy, obviously in my brain.
Yeah. Well, you had told me that because I don't think you fully knew exactly what was going on yet, but I know you had been sick, or like you weren't yourself. So I knew something was up. And then, you told me when you finally got diagnosed. I mean, I think you immediately, told me. And it was, you went through it. I mean, it was really hard for you to take. And it was just, as a friend, it was really hard to watch you go through that. I mean, it's hard for me to watch both of y'all have to go through, such something that is, just so hard to deal with. And the thing that it killed me was for you looking like you were like, like, this is it. It's over. Like, I felt like you just like immediately just didn't know what to do and kind of gave up at that second. And I knew how strong you are. And I'm like, girl, I was like, get over this first phase first. I think it's kind of like that grief where the acceptance first and getting over that. I knew that it was going to take you a little time to like really grasp, the situation.
It's still taking me time, honey. 3 years later, I'm still.
Only imagine. Yeah.
And then when did you put us in touch?
I feel like it was almost
pretty
immediately.
Because I just knew you needed a support system around you. Because again, it's kind of like me coming out as gay. Like, I didn't really know much about being gay. You didn't know much about having MS.
No, so I had no idea. Nothing. I knew nothing about it, even though I knew, I know Selma, but I still didn't understand it.
Yeah, you know, and I knew Selma and I knew Jamie, and I just knew that Jamie would be the perfect person for you to know, because just the way that Jamie's handled this, and I mean, just took it like a champ and just really wanted to learn as much as possible about it and try to get as healthy as possible. I mean, she was just such a hero, that I just felt like she would just be so good for anyone, as a wealth of knowledge, to be around them.
Well, little did you know how much it was a gift to me too.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't know how, like, sorry, I'm emotional. I didn't know how badly I needed Christina.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's true. I mean, you girls are the only ones that know what it's like to go through something like that. We'll never know that. And so to have that family to be able to, you know, to be able to talk to and be real honest. And I'm sure you have conversations that I'll never be privy to, you know, but you need that, like you need that in your soul, someone that's going through this, because you're the only ones that are ever going to understand it.
Well, I want to thank you. I mean, we're not done yet because I have more things to ask you, my love. I want to thank you though, because, yeah, I don't think I'd be okay if I didn't have her. So thank you. I really don't, I don't know. If I didn't have my kid and I didn't have Jamie, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah. And we all need that. You know, we all need that. We all need that help. And it just makes me so happy to see y'all together, because y'all are the loveliest people. Y'all have been the best friends ever. And I just knew that this is a good match. And I know we're going to be, y'all are
angel.
You saved me, Lancey. You saved me.
Well,
from, I don't even know what kind of abyss I would be falling into. Yeah. And I still am in it, but this girl picks me up every day. And I've ruined her too, you know, all her grace and beauty and spirit. I've taken her down a fucking notch or two.
I needed it. I needed to get knocked upside the head for a little bit.
No, you didn't. Oh, God.
Well, one of my favorite questions Christina asks guests sometimes is to tell us about their little selves. I don't mean to take your question away. You say it, Christina.
Yeah, don't do it because I'm crying and also.
She wants to know about little Lance. Just
little Lance.
Who is
and
little
we don't
Lance?
mean your penis. We don't mean your penis, Nancy.
What is your penis's name too, by the way?
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, little Lance, I grew up in a very, very small town in Mississippi, 2,000 people. So, you know, I'm glad that I got to feel that, because not many people know what it's like to grow up in a town where you didn't lock your doors. You knew every single person in town. Everyone was in your business. You know, everyone knew everything, but it just felt so safe. And I wish every child could feel just so safe in their childhood that they didn't have to worry about anything. So, you know, I was very sheltered, of course, coming from a small town in Mississippi. It's like, oh, there's nothing bad going on over here. No, it's, you know, you're very sheltered, but you know, I love the fact that I had no worries, you know, as a kid. I was very protected. And I know my kids will probably never feel that way just because of, you know, where we live and all that. It's like, I will never be able to trust them to walk home at 7 p.m. when the light, you know, when the sun.
Don't even know.
You know, it's like,
not even with security would I let my daughter walk down the street.
Not going to happen.
But this is what I love is like, what were like your dreams and like when you were like 7-year-old little Lance, and what were what did you see for yourself in your life? Because you were in such a small town, you weren't exposed to probably all the different things that, you know, you can accomplish in the world. But like, what was little Lance watching on TV? What was little Lance listening to? I don't know. Those are my favorite questions.
I, of course, you know, as an 80s baby, I loved, you know, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Madonna. I loved the pop, but I was also into, you know, country music too, because in Mississippi, you had to, you know, you just love. Oh, hi, the kids are now home.
Hi, baby.
All right, here's the thing. Did your kids ever go into Peppa Pig?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That whole jumping in muddy puddles thing is a nuisance. I don't know who created that, but the fact that their favorite thing on that show is to jump in muddy puddles just encourages these kids to jump in puddles.
I still have my 13-year-old. If it is raining outside, she goes out in my rain boots and jumps in puddles.
I love that.
I know, makes me happy.
Oh yeah. So the things I was interested in, I loved singing, but I never dreamt that I would ever be an entertainer because that's just not what people did from my town. So I wanted to be an astronaut. Like I was so obsessed with space at a young age. And, I went to space camp. I went to see a shuttle launch. I remember I was watching the Mickey Mouse Club is like first season of Mickey Mouse Club. Like 89, 90, I forget which that is. As I'm watching Married with Children, obviously it was our family's favorite. But I remember they would have career day on Fridays. And there was one guy that came on, there was a space engineer. Yes.
I wish you guys could see, this is the time that I wish that we did film our show because the cuteness that's happening right now.
There's such
little V and Papa. I can't. Oh my God.
So so it was career day and there was a space engineer on and he was like, most astronauts, they have to, go into a field where, then they get chosen to be an astronaut, and space engineering is what you would need to go into in order to be chosen as an astronaut. So from that day, I think I was 8 years old. I'm like, I'm going to be a space engineer so that I can become an astronaut. So that was my career path as an 8-year-old.
Which is so amazing to me that you are a cosmonaut.
Yeah, I know.
The generation right now may not know this. The man is a cosmonaut and he can't go to space.
It's not the journey I thought I'd have to take.
No, you did just to become in a pop band, in the biggest pop band in the world.
Star in order to become an astronaut, but hey, whatever it took,
So I'm sure a lot of astronauts would have preferred that route too.
It is definitely a little easier route, that's for sure.
But I don't even know, how did that even happen? I've, you and I have talked about it and I've seen interviews of you and stuff like that, but how, I know that everybody was assembled, but how did they, I think I know this though, but maybe for people who are listening, how did you guys news team assemble? How did that happen?
We actually just were all friends in certain ways. When we got together, it was 1995. So there was no such thing as a boy band. There was it was vocal groups. It was, we love Boys to Men, Take That, we loved, I love New Kids on the Block. And that was one of my first concerts I went to when I was a little kid. But yeah, it was we always looked up to these vocal groups, and so we all got together because two of the guys worked at Universal Studios and then two of the other guys worked at Disney World. And Chris Kirkpatrick was the one that's, was like, hey, I want to put a band together because he knew of Lou Pearlman through Howie D from the Backstreet Boys. So we were all just, friends in different ways. Chris put the group together, called Justin. Justin called JC. They ran into Joey on a dance floor at 8 Tracks at Pleasure Island. It's like, hey, want to be in a band? And then they were looking for a bass singer because they had a bass singer, Joey's friend, but he didn't want to do it. And that's when Justin called me because I knew him through a vocal coach in Mississippi. And he was like, hey, you want to come down here and sing in this group? And I was like, sure, I'll quit high school.
Oh my God.
It happened just as organically as that. It was nuts.
Wow.
That's so crazy. Wait, what? It was 95, you said?
Yeah. October 1st, 95 was the day I met all the guys and the first time we all sang together.
So then when we met in
99,
2099, you were a mega Papa star.
Yeah.
In just a short amount of years. Holy.
Yeah. We were only together
bad
for
word.
a good, yeah. We were only together for a little amount of time. Yeah. It was good timing.
Wow.
But yeah.
So Lance, even though we know a lot about you, Christina, do you know about this hidden magical talent of hers?
Wait,
not that one. Just kidding. No,
Michael, the other one.
Where's the box of cherries? Just kidding. Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna let her get herself ready for this. Okay. But she was gonna ask you your 5 favorite movies.
5 favorite movies?
Don't think too hard about them.
Okay, yeah.
Just say what comes off your head.
Okay.
And she's gonna read you like a book.
Okay. Yeah, I'd have to take time to see my very 5 favorite, but here are 5 of my favorites. I would say Big Fish is one of my faves. Clue is my ultimate favorite. I love Christmas, so A Christmas Story, I think, would be up there. Mm-hmm. Although Home Alone, but like Christmas Story, I think would be right up there. Let's go with oh man,
2 more.
See, I'm all over the place with this because now I'm.
It doesn't matter. It's just okay. Right. Just go with what comes to your mind. I'm probably going to suck at this today because I do know you. So
yeah. Or any alien movie. Let's see. What are my favorite? Let's do. Oh, Goonies. I mean, that
was on my list.
I think it just changed my life as a kid. Like you just want to be in that movie. Mm-hmm. And I do love the Freddy Krueger movies, but I don't know if that would be. I mean, they're
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, I mean Nightmare on Elm Street, but okay. I mean, cinematically they're horrible. But like, it was something about it that it made
something that you want to watch over and over again. You guys talk for a second because this isn't a hard one for me.
So,
you weren't too far off from a lot of mine.
Yeah.
Not shocking.
What? Yeah, right. Which ones are you?
Goonies was for sure. Like Goonies, I always say was the movie that made me want to be an actor because I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah,
I want to be in there and do that with them.
Oh, Lost Boys, that would be up there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, really throwing her off with the 6th.
Sorry. Replace Nightmare on Elm Street with Lost Boys.
Okay, fine. Okay. I mean the thematic thing that I'm getting is a sense of acceptance in a group, which is, I mean, that could be just what we're talking about in life, but I feel like there's this lifting one another up that in all these movies, the main protagonists have someone there to lift them up. And either you didn't have that when you were little and you wish that you had that kind of bond with someone, or you did. Even, Lost Boys, they were lifting each other up, even though they were killing people, but they were there. It was ride or die. And I feel like maybe that's why you stay with the same friends, because you want to make sure that you have ride or dies forever and that you're not going to let icky people, bloodsuckers into your world, because you know that the people that you have will come to your rescue no matter what.
Keeps me safe. Y'all are my Goonies.
Yep. The Goonies. Yeah. It's I don't know. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I don't know why I'm feeling that when there's Clue in there. It's just a damn fun movie. But it's also a group.
He's cheeky.
It's a group.
Yeah.
Working together to figure something out together. There we go. All right. That's my
She's in it. Isn't that a magical talent of hers?
Really? And you're so right. And I think that can go even further and say that I always wanted to be accepted.
That's what I was saying. Like people who are just going to hold you up and be accepted and have no matter what.
Yeah.
It's all in there. That's all like that whimsiness.
Look at this talent. I'm thinking this is going to be a new show of yours coming to TLC.
Madam Christina.
People ask me to do this. Like we have like listeners that write to us. Here's my 5. Can you figure me out? And I haven't. I probably should. Don't worry, listeners. We're seeing them, but it's just a little hard for me to do if I didn't. I don't know what you look like and stuff too. But yeah, I've got people like friends of mine who've listened to the podcast. They're like, "What about my 5? What about my 5?" Like, hold on, guys. It's reserved for special occasions.
That's right.
I love this talent. How about not knowing this about you?
Well, it started as something that I do like at parties. When people were kind of sitting around drinking a little bit too much, and then I'd come in and ruin them.
Well, did Jamie ever tell you our Tyler Henry experience? Because we're
no, you haven't expounded on.
We showed up to Tyler Henry's house, and I'm pretty sure he thought I was like your assistant or something, because the door opened and he's like, "Oh, it's Lance." And like, "Oh, hello. Like, who are you?" Like, I was just like there. And then like when they mic'd me and sat me down next to Lance, I think he was still very confused. Like, why is this chick in this shot with Lance? You got that too, didn't you?
I did feel he was a little, yeah. I just felt like he might have been a fan or something. I don't know. I was like, well, I'm actually here for her.
Yeah, well, that's what he did when he sat down. He's like,
you're a Make-A-Wish friend.
They're telling me to talk to her. Like, why? Like, I think it was meaning like, this is not the celebrity here. But he picked up on my grandfather and my brother.
Yeah. And I know you wanted to do that because, your brother had, passed recently. And you wanted, just me and me at that time, I hadn't had anyone really close to me pass, not a mother, like no one. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know what he's going to say to me, but I was there for you because I knew you were going to get some really great, communication, with the people you wanted.
I did, yeah. But remember he said, like, he asked about your sister's rash.
Okay. This is what's weird. So
this is the stuff I wanted.
Yeah.
This is crazy. So yes, he hit so many things with Jamie. I mean, grandfathers, her brother, I mean, everything, tears, everything. It was like, great. And then he would go to me and say some things. And I was like, no, everything he said to me, I'm like, no. And I felt so bad because I'm thinking, ugh, like, I don't want to like ruin your episode here, but like nothing you're saying is relating to me at all. Like, I don't know who you're talking about, what you're saying, but everything he said to me started coming true within the next year. Almost everything he said. I'm like, oh my gosh. And it started with talking about my sister. And, it was like, something about the kids and how the guardian angel, who's like maybe my great grandmother, is watching them, Mm-hmm. And then she's like, and she just need to make sure that, she goes to the doctor to make sure she checks out that rash on her leg. He goes, it's not dangerous, but until she goes and gets that checked out, it's not going to go away. And I'm like, well, that's a random thing to say. So I talked to my sister the next day and I'm like, oh, we had a lot to say about you. And she was like, what? Then I need to go check out that rash on my leg. Just like that. I'm like,
what?
Yeah, exactly what he said. like, what was that? Yeah, it was crazy. And
he's pretty magical.
He called breast cancer in my family. Again, he kept saying Helen, which is my aunt's name. And, I was like, so I called my Aunt Helen. I'm like, just to let you know, I was like, met with Tyler Henry and he says there's going to be a breast cancer scare. And he kept saying your name. And she just, she's like, oh yeah, whatever. And it happened to be just a few months later, her daughter got breast cancer. And then about 3 months after her daughter, she discovered breast cancer. So he like totally caught their breast cancer. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm scared. Now I'm scared.
No, don't be. He's a light. He's just, he's a mirror. He's a channel from the other side. No. He truly is. Yeah.
Yeah. There was so many things. I'm like, how could anyone hit that? It's crazy.
Yeah. It was cool to experience together.
I want it.
Yes, you will have it.
It's coming.
But yeah, I think going in, him not knowing is the way to go.
Agree. Well, Lance, this is all your fault. And you're the best. And we couldn't love you more.
Well, I love you.
Pull a card with Lance?
Yes.
There's a card?
We always pull a card at the end.
Okay.
But yes, and we love you so much. And this is like Jamie was saying, I mean, we wouldn't have this podcast, but more importantly, we have you and you are our light. Mm-hmm. So you're my light. And
I am proud to call you my Goonies, and I can't wait to ride the rest of this life with you all.
Amen, baby. All right, here's the card I picked today. Ready? If a man does not keep pace with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer. Let him step to the music which he hears, however measured or far away.
I like that.
That's you, Lance.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah.
Me too. There's let's give up the comparisons. Let's give up the anything. Like, we're all here with our very unique selves for a reason.
March to your own drum and be proud of it. Yeah. And if people can't keep up with you, then so be it.
Bye. And you know what we say at the end of each episode? And so it is.
So it is.
This show is executive produced by Christina Applegate, Jamie-Lynn Sigler, and Allison Bresnick. Our audio engineer is Josh Windisch.
And if you want to show us some love, don't forget to leave the show a rating or review.
Hi, it's Jamie. Thanks for listening. I just want to let you know I am a paid spokesperson for Novartis, but this podcast is independent from my collaboration with Novartis.